So we're kind of oriented like this.
I have a couple.
Oh yeah. Good. This area here in the center is basically the big coal monument right there. Right there.
Yep.
We're standing basically about right down here. This is where we are. Just to orient you. Along this road. We drove on this road coming in. You're parked. Cars are parked down there well away from the burn unit. Always a good thing. So, what we're talking about doing here is just kind of scratching a line, just a fire break along this south end, basically across over to that monument over there, over to that Baldwin monument. Just kind of making sure we've got winds coming out of the southeast, basically, you know, across here. So we're not too concerned of the fire getting away from us to the south. As a matter of fact, we'll be lucky if we can get a lot of this to burn. But just like firemen always wear a belt and suspenders at the same time so that their pants don't fall down, you know, we want to play it safe. And so we're just gonna blow, have a leaf blower, and then follow up with some hand rakes just to rake in a line along this south end. There is an actual trail down in here. We've never been able to get the fire to move down to the trail, so I'm not too concerned about that end. But this end does have some oak leaf litter that can burn, so we just want to make sure we have a fire break in it. So what we're going to do first, after we get that fire break in, is then we're going to come and basically ignite off of this path around that circle and over here, and we're going to let that fire back into the wind and just back down the hill as far as it will. Once that one's burned off, we'll basically do the same thing here. We're going to come up to the north end and just walk down this side with our drip torch and allow the fire to flank down this hill, just kind of go that direction down the hill and burn off an area. Once that has burned out, then we'll kind of meet up and go over this direction to that monument over there and let this all burn out. Okay, so once that's burned out, then we have an area here that will need to burn, and basically do the same thing. You just kind of flank a fire down here, let it burn across towards the road, and the road is our fire break on this end. Basically, starting off, we're just going to need one crew, you know, one ignition crew and holding crew. It's used to smother fire out along a line. You don't necessarily flap with it because then you just kind of kick things up. You just kind of move it along and smother fire. It's good in grass fires. We're not going to have to worry too much about the fire creeping across the fire line because it's all green grass. It's not going to creep, you know, put out the fire. After the fire is passed, you can kind of go back and we can just immediately start mopping up any hot spots with this. Keep the fire from wanting to start the other side of the grass on fire. Okay, we'll keep it from jumping over the line. So it'll be a little suppression exercise there. Shouldn't be much of an exercise because we have a fairly wide trail and very little wind and not much of a chance for it to go over. But you never know. Something could pick up, you know, a piece of grass or something could dislodge itself and go over the line and cause a spot fire. If we see those, we just put them out. You know, even though we are going to burn the other side, let's put it out now and you know, keep all of our fire initially contained in this. Remember, we have 3 units that we're doing. Keep everything contained in this unit to start with. So, and we're just going to move down this line, see if we can get any of it. It probably will not be too good of a backing fire until we get into some taller vegetation, drier vegetation. The cool season grasses that are in here are hard to do a burn in because they never die back except in the middle of summer. Further down the hill.